Hmm. I got lost all amazing. Yep. On. Oh. Okay. I can't go to court with a rattling engine. No shot, dude. What the fuck? The Nova? Oh, damn.
Go fuck yourself. Our employee getting shot. I didn't think it was too funny. The poor bicyclist ended up in the hospital, you know?
Why?
Because he got shot.
Why?
Probably because he's Pedro.
Why?
Because he's a jackass.
And why?
I don't know.
Huh. Okay. All your interview is completed. I'll contact you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that easy.
14,000 some in there, and there is one extra payment.
Are you okay?
What is...
Why?
Okay, you can't do that bullshit.
I don't even know how to look
That's
him up.
my thing.
Bobby, no.
Oh.
I thought it'd be funny to respond with that. Yeah, I'm alright.
Fuck you.
I didn't realize the interview would be done. I've never
It's that simple.
I've never had an interview in that manner. I liked it. I don't know how well I did, but it was a fresh experience.
You did very well. Good job.
I would like it noted, you know, after all I did do, I burger shots to get fired by Shelly, you know, the owner
What's...
Job like that. Boom. Easy. I think they know that too. Oh Jesus Christ.
Bruh.
That's good. Definitely nothing's going to happen at the movie cafe when he comes back. Yeah. Uh-huh. You know what? Me and Rob and Ash will have a chat when if he comes back. Really? He's already made his appearance.
The power is out in the city, but it's not out in here. I don't know.
I will. I 100% will. Oh shit.
Oh god, there's so many people on.
Scruffy, give me a call, okay?
Okay, I'll give you a call. Bye, Sherry.
Goodbye.
How does that sign work?
Demi.
No, it's a lifetime of contempt. Plus, I added some. Do not enter, or you'll get a lifetime of contempt. Fire nice emoji.
What is this? This is so obvious.
Hello, miss.
Hello,
Who are you?
I'm Anna.
Okay, follow me.
Before we go, aren't I supposed to be a sealed
Yes,
witness?
I'm Judge Grayson.
Okay, then answer me why someone just swatted out my name with something I would never do. That ruins the whole purpose. I would never have anything to do with that.
I'm gonna kill them. Come follow me right now.
This whole thing is...
Follow me. Adam, you're fucking dead with me right now. Not you. Fucking Shapiro.
Oh, what?
Oh, Shapiro?
I need you too, Adams. Follow me.
Okay.
Miss
Step into the
Adams,
room.
step in the
and
room.
We're gonna go ahead and lock. We'll get you in here. Step inside, please.
Hey everyone.
There you go. Hello, Ms. Jorgensen.
Hello.
Am I saying that right, by the way? Is it Jorgensen?
Jorgensen. Close enough.
Well, I like to get it right. My last name's Thoreau, and people mess that up all the time.
Yeah, that sounds like an easy name for me. Hold on, what is this?
I don't know. I guess if you don't know the French ending, people might get confused. Right? That's French?
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Is this like what? It's got sunglasses on.
The Chicken Man?
Yeah, what is this? Why is this in here?
It's modern art, okay? Don't question it.
This looks like a
It looks like
toy
something
that
you'd see on an NFT.
Thorough, do you have keys to this door?
I don't.
Okay.
I've never seen that one.
Demi might, though. Do you have keys to the door? Can you let Shapiro back in? Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
What'd you do this time?
Wasn't me. It was Albert.
Locking us all in here. I'm kidding. I don't really care. What the hell?
I'm just gonna do this, by the way.
Oh,
I just want
okay.
everyone to know if I lose my bar license, I might go on a very crazy spiral. And
I think you'll get suspended at most if it was your paralegal. I don't think you'll lose your bar license for
shut
that.
the fuck up. Lou, it wasn't about that.
Wait, you're losing it for something?
No,
else
I'm
now?
not losing anything. I'm just saying if I do. Why are you talking still?
Except his hairline.
Huh. What was that about a paralegal?
Oh, nothing. You know, just paralegals doing dumb shit. You know. we
Oh,
gotta
tell
keep
me
them in
about it.
shape.
Tell me
That's
about
why
it.
you don't. Yeah.
I had a paralegal
Oh.
last night
Oh.
try to convince
fuck?
because we had like a case that was delayed for like 68 days. And so we were trying in here negotiating settlement, and he was like, "How about we just have an
Why didn't
opening
you do
statement
that?
off, and the best one wins?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah, opening statement off.
Yeah. Send it.
I have a taste for the dream.
Hold on, I gotta- I'm on the radio one second.
On who do my opening statement say,
Okay.
don't you think you're going a little heavy on this? And I have to explain. I have a taste for the dramatics. I kind of like opening statements.
You might want to speak up a little bit. It's like,
It's yeah.
Yeah.
I always
you know,
forget about this room.
medium voices.
Yeah, I always forget that this room is dampening.
The gun you
It's all the books, you know. They absorb
And
all
the carpet.
sound.
Very everything's
It's
very
carpet.
well decorated.
like what kind of pistol?
You make any
We'll wait
changes,
for,
Norman? Anything you want to change in this office? Leave a mark.
No. No. I think everything in here is just fine.
We don't want portraits of our judges like we have portraits of our God King mayors.
No, I think I'm okay. Maybe a whiteboard, just for us to draw and kind of leave mutual notes on.
Oh, that'd be
That'd
cool.
be cool.
that'd be nice.
Or like a corkboard, you know?
Hey, is everyone gonna mark that they're busy in our new and updated DOJ app?
Wait, we have?
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Go look in the DOJ app.
We can do that.
What?
I have some thoughts about that.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, maybe it should be busy instead of intro.
No, I just wrote available, and I'm gonna just not answer any phone calls. That
Don't
makes
answer
sense,
your
Adam.
That's so great. I love it.
But the
Don't
funny
answer your
thing
phone.
is, right? If I mark that I'm in trial, or that I'm busy, you could still give me a call, and it comes through to my phone. Like, this is just like a courtesy thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be perpetually busy though, because most of the calls I get are from people asking for a lawyer.
I mean, I'm gonna call you
Or-
whether your thing says
Yeah, that's
busy or
fine.
Not, just so
do
you
some
know.
civil work, you know.
I
You get down and dirty and do some civil.
no.
Yeah, take the ex-mayor's case. That'll be fun.
Yeah, once I get done with the other 10 cases I have, I'll maybe consider it.
Judge Adams.
I'm gonna say the same thing to you, Lou, that I said to Howard. Here's we're looking to
are you
plead
doing,
out
Brian?
appeals and
I'm
some
assisting somebody with an issue
some
with property
cases
stuff.
too. So if you got anything,
70 grand, and we can get rid of the Alan Kyles one.
All
I'll tell
right.
you what, let me give you a call back.
7
now, 'cause
grand.
I'm helping somebody out with a
For
property.
what
That's
they-
kind
what
of
was
a
that
It's
risk.
just so people don't meta.
Is that
That's the whole
civil?
thing.
To help
I don't.
with something.
That's all.
Defense attorney should probably thank me for the response I
It's
just
not for
gave.
hoppers.
Against who?
Alan Kyles.
Who's Alan Kyles?
no, Alan Kyles is
Alan
against
Kyles
the
is a
disease and
scumbag.
done.
Yeah, that's what I
Is
said.
Grayson coming back? Do you know?
No.
No,
He's
he's
locked in the door.
yeah.
Probably heading to sleep. Okay. All right. Miss Jorgensen, please step forward. All right. We are here for a sealed deposition. Anything that is spoken in this room does not leave this room, does not get spoken to your clients, defendants, and will be addressed, and is not to leave this room, and is only for judicial consideration. If we find out that you're providing any information, there will be hell to pay. Do you understand?
I'll personally
Um,
go after your bar license and make sure the Doug shits on it.
I'll go after yours too.
Yeah, take it, please.
Yeah.
I don't want it anymore, please.
But yes, Your Honor.
We understand,
Yes,
Your
Your Honor.
Honor.
Understood. There is nothing is to leave this room.
Yeah, we got you.
Not even. us.
As you're all aware, this is with regards to the people versus Mr. Cabin and all. Ms. Jorgensen, you are here today as a protected and sealed witness for your personal safety and protection.
Can I ask why my name was twatted out by literally?
Yep, we were calling to discuss a property matter with your house.
It's
Nobody
the
knows that you're
twat
here right
said
now.
DOJ
Nobody knows
application,
that-
something I'd never even.
Nobody knows that this is scheduled.
No, he means his number is in the DOJ application on your phone. That's why he wrote that.
Yep. That's where my number is listed.
Right.
The witnesses do not know that these have been scheduled, and they're not going to know that.
Okay.
At this time, Ms. Jorgensen, I will please ask you to raise your left hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury? So help you, Coyle.
I do.
All right, you are sworn in and under oath. Counselors Thoreau, Detective Black, this witness is yours.
Is someone recording this? Just, I guess,
I
for
am.
the other judges. Okay, all right, perfect.
I am.
All right. Okay, so you wanted me to ask these, and then the ones that you put in gray, you want to ask those?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Easy. All right. Let me just open up my phone app here. Okay. Were you working at the Tuner Shop on December 6th, 2021?
Yes.
Were you involved in the explosion that occurred at the Tuner Shop later that evening?
Eyewitnesses, yes.
Okay. Did anything happen prior to the explosion?
It was a long day. A lot happened before the explosion.
Okay. Did anything happen 20 minutes prior to the explosion?
There was a man who came in asking about a car and a person who, I mean, I suppose owned the car. It was, I think it was a Bugatti. To be fair, we have a lot of people come in asking for cars down there back when I worked there. He also asked for a name.
What name?
Earl.
Okay. Did this man attack you?
As I was all alone in the shop, quite deep in thought, he did give me a little slap to bring me to my senses. Yes, this is true.
Okay. I want you to go into 1 second. Do you have the People's A? This is going to be report number 29988.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I would have to.
I think
Get
we
that
have to
real
send
quick.
all evidence
Yeah,
that we bring up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did that.
Officer, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're good.
We're
I
good.
just wanted to make sure because I'm going to be addressing. Actually, this is probably a good point. I'm going to be bringing up a lot of different items of evidence. So I guess if
I will put it in the scheduling email chain for
Okay.
scheduling this as we bring it up, so you can look for the reports she's referencing.
Oh, that's perfect.
in
Thank
there.
you. Yeah, because I'm going to be doing that quite a bit. I guess it just makes it easier to do that, and that'll be with like all depositions. So that'd be perfect. Thank you.
So is this the report you're referencing?
1 second. What did you?
Yeah, I put it in there.
Okay. All right. Let me know when you have that report open, Anna.
I do.
Okay. Can you go to page 4 for me?
Yes, again.
Okay. Can you read? 1 second. Can you read the part where it starts with a man comes in? It's in the first paragraph, and just up until the end of that paragraph.
A man comes in, and I don't notice him come in because I was on the break upstairs.
Can I object as to the relevance of this? She kind of already just answered what, like this statement inside of her previous questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to make the distinction between she stated that he had slapped her around like once versus in her statement prior where she gave to police officers where she states that he jumps her and starts punching her. So I want to make that distinction very clear. So I just want her to read her own statement for me.
Counselor Pohl, any further rebuttal?
No, I think you can rule on that. I don't think I have anything to add.
Okay.
Very relevant.
I am interested in seeing where this goes. I'm going to go ahead and overrule the objection at this time. But I will note that any inconsistencies in testimony will be weighed accordingly.
Thank you.
A man comes in, and I don't notice him come in because I was on the break upstairs. He jumps me and starts punching me, starts asking me questions, asks about Earl, starts asking if I know Earl, who drives the Bugatti. Punches me badly, and I had to bandage myself up.
So was it a slap or did he assault you?
I'd like to object. Vague. Slapping someone is assault.
I can rephrase, Your Honor.
Please do.
Okay. Was it a slap or was it a violent physical assault that involved punching?
Like I said, I was deep in thoughts on my break, and I wouldn't classify it as assault. It was a slap that gave me right cheek, yeah. So I had to put a band-aid on it.
Why did you say that before that he punched you?
I don't know, I guess I experienced it more violently than it actually was. Because I felt scared at the time, I suppose, when I was alone in the shop and the man just comes in, gives me a wake-up call, I guess. I'll be honest, I don't remember saying punches me badly and I had to bandage myself up. I don't think I ever said, is that a quote? Anyway.
Sorry, is my voice thing working? Okay, no, we're good. Yeah, all this is direct quote from your statement at the tuner shop. So again, I want to ask, was it a slap or did you get
I'm going to object
punched?
to asked and answered at this
I'm
point,
not
Your
even
Honor.
finished with my question.
Counselor Shapiro, please allow her to finish the question before placing an objection on the floor.
Okay, so were you slapped or were you punched so badly you had to bandage yourself up?
My objection still stands, Your Honor. She's asked this exact question and she's been given an answer. She just doesn't like the answer she's been given.
I asked before the difference between a slap and a violent physical punch. This is versus a slap versus having to bandage herself up from it. I didn't even mention that second part before.
So again, I'm going to allow the witness to answer the question, but once again, counselors, if there are any further inconsistencies in testimony, obviously those will be weighed accordingly at the time of deliberation. You may proceed with answering the question.
Whether it was a slap or punch or whatever, I can't recall, but I did end up catching myself up a little bit afterwards.
Okay. What was your attacker wearing?
He was dark from top to bottom, masked up. I see that I said there was a sword on his back. Later I learned it's called a machete, actually.
Interesting. Thoreau, if you could link the People's Bee, report 30142 for her. And I want you to go to the bottom of the report and open up the photographs, Mr. Kevin 1, Mr. Kevin 2, and Mr. Kevin 3.
Yeah, give me a second.
Let me know when you have that open.
Yeah. I got it open.
Okay. So in your statement, you described an individual wearing a black and gold tracksuit with a sword on their back.
Right.
And now you're describing an individual in all black with a machete. Which is it?
Yeah, it had gold details. That is true. In this picture, there was no lettering on the tracksuit that I witnessed. I also don't recall seeing that large of a sword.
Interesting. So why describe it as a sword and not a machete during our previous interviews?
I wasn't aware at the time it was called a machete. I just saw a long blade. I'm not really that experienced with, I don't know, terms of violent things, I guess.
Okay. Did this person say anything before they left?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. What did they say?
They said they were looking for Earl. And that if I ever saw Earl, that I should let this person know that they're coming for him. They want to something like that. They want to talk to him, something along those lines.
Okay. What else did they say? I know the person, Mr. K. Seen around town. I genuinely thought it was his voice I heard. I genuinely thought So you thought it
that was
his
the man.
voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he say what his name was?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so the interaction let me rephrase. The statement you gave me before, where you said he left and said if I got any info about Earl that I should contact him. I said contact who? And I said, I don't know who you are. And he said, I'm Mr. K. And if you see Earl, I'm coming for him. That never happened?
I made that up because I was so frustrated with the injustice that all the people were facing.
What injustice?
Cece.
So why would you give a random name?
It was asked and answered already. She said she thought it sounded like him.
Your Honor, I'm going to motion to treat this witness as hostile. She's already been giving prior inconsistent statements. She is saying one thing, a statement is saying another. I would like to treat her as hostile, Your Honor.
First, to address the asked and answered objection, Lou, she provided context as to why she thought it was Mr. K. She has not answered why she gave this name, I'm going to overrule. For the motion to treat the witness as hostile, while I definitely understand where you're coming from, Detective, she is answering your questions and is responsive. Just because the answers are not lining up with what you have in evidence does not give me enough alone to treat her as hostile. If she
No, I'm
flat
just
out
saying that
refuses to answer questions or is combative
Let him
towards
finish.
you, I will reconsider that motion at that time.
Okay. So why did you give the name Mr. K?
That's what I thought it sounded the most like from the people I know. I've witnessed so much unfair bullshit at the hands of, I guess, that gang. I don't know. I just didn't want. I guess I just didn't want them to
Didn't want them
get
to
away
what?
with even more.
So you didn't want them to get away with anything. I'm trying to understand your train of thought here. Can you expand on that?
I thought it sounded like him. I mean, I saw some wrinkly eyes behind a mask. I thought I was the only one
So-
there. What if there's no one to either confirm or deny? I could push this a little extra. I could make a difference, I guess.
So when he says, if you have any information about Earl, contact me, he didn't give you a contact?
He never said that.
So you lied to me before.
I did lie.
Just to get that on the record. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Interesting. What was that person driving?
It was a car parked in the Tuner Shop opening. It was most definitely white. I wanted to say it was either one of the Buffalo types, but it was definitely muscly. All I heard was the muscle engine leaving.
So white Buffalo.
Mm.
Okay. Did you see that vehicle again?
There are a lot of those around town, but yes, I did see it later, roaming around the outside of the
Did you see it
Tuner
come
Shop.
back into the tuner shop 20 minutes later?
There was a lot of people in the shop at the time, people and cars, but as far as I can tell, there was a very similar looking car. Yeah. 20 minutes later.
Okay. Can you go back to that report 29988 for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you read that third paragraph? It's just that short 2 sentences.
Wait, the 2 sentences of my extended statement?
Yes. Yes.
This was 20 minutes prior to the explosion. Mr. K came and attacked me 20 minutes before the bombing.
Okay. Can you read the next paragraph for me?
Then I was over in the corner and saw a white buffalo pull in 1 minute before the explosion. It pulls out and the white buffalo comes back in, reverses, and I hear the voice of the same guy who punched me. What he yells I can't make out, but he yells something and everything blows up. The same white buffalo leaves.
Okay. Is that consistent with what happened after you were attacked? Hold on, let me turn my phone off. There we go.
If the final paragraph I just read is consistent.
Yes.
I find it very hard to be confident in the fact that it was, in fact, a buffalo, but there was definitely a car who reversed and someone yelling something, which was just before the explosion happened.
Was it the same voice that you heard prior?
I thought it was very similar, yes.
Was
But
it the same voice?
To me, it sounded like the
I'm
same voice.
objecting there. She literally just asked and answered that.
She said it was similar. I'm asking if it was the same exact voice.
Similar is an answer. Is my final statement.
It was a question that provokes a yes or a no response, and we're just trying to get that, Your Honor.
Overrule the objection. Please answer the question, Mr. Jorgensen.
To me, it sounded like the same voice.
Okay. Thoreau, did you want to ask your questions, or do you want me to just skip that?
I think we've covered them now,
Okay.
based on what we've already asked.
All right. If you want to get that next item of evidence ready, once this gets posted, I want you to look at the People's V, Anna Jorgensen text records, and I'll wait for everyone to have that open. Let me know when everyone's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want you to go to row number 84. And when you get to row 84, can you read that text out loud for me?
Row 84, I don't see any rows.
Should be numbered on the side.
For the note, Counselor Thoreau, you placed the report in a second time. You did not place the text messages.
Oh. Whoops.
That may be the issue here.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Can you read it for me?
Yes. I was completely broken down. Slept for a long time. I'm just hiding now.
Who is it sent to?
Jesus Contreras.
Okay. What was it in relation to?
It was in relation to me not being at work. I felt like I had made a giant mistake telling you
How
what I
so?
did.
Why do you think you made a mistake?
Also giving out someone's name or just by what I think.
And so you are in hiding because of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Who were you hiding from?
I don't know. I know who
Hold on. You're
Mr.
in
K.
hiding, but you don't know who you're hiding from?
She's still speaking.
Yeah.
Ms. Black, please allow her to answer the question.
When I gave you my statements, we were with a lot of people. I know a lot of those people have friends or I don't know, are connected somehow to Mr. K and his friends, I suppose. I guess I got paranoid. I felt like that was a huge ass mistake. I felt like that shit was gonna spread like wildfire, and I just wanted to get away before it did.
Are you taking back your statement that you gave before because you're in fear for your life now?
Which one?
Taking back the initial statement you gave me at the tuner shop because now you're in fear for your life.
No.
Why are there so many inconsistencies between your prior statement and what you're giving now?
Well, I did tell you that I made up the part where he straight up gave me a name. I thought this would be as good a place as any to come clean with that.
You think you're in danger from chain gang by giving a statement to the police?
No.
No. Okay. Can you go down to row 118 in your text for me?
In the same documents?
Yes. I'm going to get down to row 118. Can you read it for me?
Oh, 118, sorry.
Yeah, 118.
Some guy named Anta was looking for you at the shop. He's long gone. Don't know what your plan is right now.
Okay. So you're not afraid of chain gang despite them having members of the shop coming to look for you?
Was that a question?
Yes.
It sounded more. I'm going to object because it sounded more like a statement with a little inflection on the end.
It's definitely a question.
Detective, is there any way that you may be able to rephrase this question?
Okay. So despite members of chain gang coming down to the tuner shop, you're not afraid of them?
I'd like to object on foundation.
The text was the foundation.
The foundation, the text message is the foundation. That's overruled.
I would like to interject that we haven't clarified who this Anto is.
That was my point.
I don't see it. Like,
One moment.
Yeah,
one
let
moment.
the
One
judge
moment.
talk.
okay.
If I can clarify, it's
You're,
like...
do you have a rebuttal, Detective?
Yes. Throughout this whole thing, we've been referring to Mr. K as Mr. Kevin. It's a common nickname, Anthony Murphy of Chain Gang.
One more statement, Your Honor, or no?
I'll allow it. What do you have?
We're not disputing that Anto equals Anthony Murphy. We are laying the question as to the foundation that Anthony Murphy, in the eyes of the witness, is involved, as the detective says, with members of Mr. K's organization. Let's say that.
I feel like this is common knowledge at this point. And it's like asking who's a member of the Ballas, will they wear purple?
I would also like to argue that it is public record that he is chain gang.
You can't see that when you're not signed in, Thoreau. I don't think we're even supposed to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it's very public.
Enough back and forth. Detective, I believe there is one bit of foundation that can be laid before you ask that question. I will sustain, but I'm certain you know where to go from here.
Thoreau, do you want to?
Yeah.
I'm just an officer. I don't know.
We just had. So regarding the text message we just had you read, are you aware of who Anto is?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna backtrack a little bit. Can you go to row 93 for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't even have to ask you to read all of these. Why didn't you want to go to the shop?
Because I was hiding. Like, yeah. I thought I was hiding.
Okay. Go to row 107 or sorry, 171 and 172.
One 172.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First off, I just want to establish here who is Tally Marks?
In general or to me?
Both.
Tally was a good friend of mine. At a point, a romantic interest. She, I don't know if she currently works at the Tuner Shop, but we used to work there together. We used to hang out a lot, and we were good friends.
Why were you good friends? Why aren't you friends anymore?
I'm going to object to relevance at this point, Your Honor.
If I could rebut here.
You may.
In my next line of questioning, there's a whole argument that happens between them with what seems to be in relation to the events at the Tuner Shop. I'm just trying to lay foundation for that and figure out who this individual is, as we're going to be talking about her pretty extensively.
Any rebuttal, defense counsel?
One moment, Your Honor.
It's absolutely related to the next few lines of questioning.
Shapiro, I really don't think we can object to that. Or I think it'll be reworded or asked at a later time once the foundation's been laid. So I say we just pull it back.
Okay. I will acknowledge that the objection is withdrawn. You may continue with the line of questioning.
Okay. Why is she your former friend?
Towards the end of my employment at the shop, I was working my ass off. I had a lot of love for the shop. We got to the point where I almost burned out because I was trying my darndest to make an impression, and it was not working out with management at all. It ended up with me having several big arguments with one of the managers who I, as far as I know, I think is one of her good friends. And I guess to her, taking his side was way more important.
Okay. Where she texted you, I feel like you're not telling me everything. What was this conversation in relation to?
That was, as far as I remember, it was in relation to when I talked to you.
Okay. Stemming from that, can you read row 180 to 184 for me?
$180 to $184.
Mm-hmm.
She gave Kay their names. Next text, because the only one person who dropped K's name was you. Next text. You weren't. That's okay, yeah. You weren't even fucking there that night. You don't know what happened. Stop talking as if you did. You think I don't care about these guys too? I had to get myself out of the situation and came and said everything as it was. And if they do too, there's no reason why they shouldn't be fine. Next text. They come down in a full car asking for me by name. Everything's gonna be fine, you tell me. Now this happens and your reaction is completely different. You see why I felt like I was on my fucking own? This maybe? I care for you and I care for them a lot, and I genuinely mean it when I said what I said. But Jesus fuck, I feel alone. Oh, sorry, there was one more. You're so fucking worried about them. You go on a test drive with your fucking girlfriend.
Okay. I want you to ask a stopping point. They came down in a full car asking for me by name. Who did?
I was told that there was some members from Train Gang who was looking for me.
Which members?
I don't know. I wasn't told.
Okay. All right. And then going back, I had to get myself out of this situation and came and said everything as it was. So I'm going to ask again. You said everything as it was, as in your initial statement, or are you lying about who assaulted you and blew up the shop? Because here you have a text message saying one thing, and then here you're saying another thing. Your statement is saying a completely separate thing. So actually, at this time, I do want to motion again to treat this witness as hostile, Your Honor.
Defense counsel, do you have a rebuttal to this?
I mean, my rebuttal to that would be the exact same thing that you said earlier. She doesn't have the grounds met yet for that.
I can rebut to that.
Go ahead.
I mean, we have her initial statement in black and white. We have a text message here to a former friend that she was saying everything is as it was, but then she is giving a completely different testimony up here today.
If we may.
Final.
I believe that she has testified to the fact that she has changed her testimony and she wished to change her testimony here. That does not meet the grounds, again, of hostility, as she's been forthcoming with these changes and has not drifted past them.
Demi, I'm going to stick with my previous ruling on the motion to treat as hostile. Again, she is still, in my eyes, attempting to answer your questions in good faith and has not outright refused to do so. I believe with a bit further probative questions, you may be able to find the answer you're looking for, but I will not allow you to treat her as hostile at this time.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat the question. I had to get myself out of this situation and came and said everything as it was. So which is it? Was it the initial statement that you gave officers, or are you trying to frame Mr. K for murder?
Am I trying to what?
Frame Mr. K for murder.
If that is... Yeah. I mean, do you mean with my current statement that is what I'm doing?
Yes.
I mean, I guess I am.
Interesting. Can you continue and read row 186 to 195?
Your Honor, I'd like to object. She said that interesting line directly after every answer that she doesn't like she's getting. I'd like to ask that she stops commenting on every single question with the word interesting.
Is that a real objection?
Yeah, because
It's a general objection.
Yeah.
That's not an objection.
Well, that's for Mr. Adams to decide.
Your Honor,
I'm. Go ahead.
Oh.
Rebut, if you may.
The only thing I'd like to say is, as long as I've been an attorney, attorneys after asking questions can say interesting or okay or thank you or all right or understood. It's an innocuous comment. It doesn't matter. There's no probative value to this objection in the first place.
I mean, it's not even a real objection.
My final response is interesting carries a lot different weight, in my opinion, than the words understood or okay.
Pretty sure the judge isn't a dumbass and isn't taking me saying interesting into any kind of, accounting.
Correct. I don't believe that she is trying to guide or lead the witness by the word interesting. Your objection is overruled. Please
Thank you.
continue.
Okay. Can you read the argument you had with tally marks, rows 186 to 195?
Which rows were those?
186 to 195. It's pretty short.
186 to 1. Sorry.
186 to 195.
The fuck am I supposed to do against them? Please tell me. Stop telling people names. I'm glad it's so fucking easy for you, Tally. I literally didn't know what else to do, and I did whatever I thought was best to keep people I care about safe. I didn't ask to be involved in this. I'm not some fucking seasoned cream who knows exactly what to say and when. Stop. Lose this number. Yeah, sure. I'm glad. That's how much our friendship is worth.
What was this fight over?
I never got to actually talk to her after this. I never have. So we never got to clear the air and clarify, like, whatever misunderstandings we could have had or anything like that. All that I've gathered is that there was someone who came to the shop asking for someone else's names, or wanting to speak with someone, rather.
The fuck am I supposed to do against them? Please tell me. Who is them in that text?
The people who came asking for names.
Would that be members of Chain Gang?
I don't know. The briefly I even saw these individuals, they were all masked anyway. I don't know who they were.
You said before that it was members of Chain Gang, but now you're saying you don't know who they are?
When did I say that?
Your previous line of questioning. Several times. Again, Your Honor, at this point, she's actively changing testimony. I am still going to request to treat her as hostile.
I believe that she's just confused because I'm actually a little confused at where you're.
I don't know
leaning.
how you're confused with this. This is very black and white. You're confused by
Let me
this.
go over the
I worry
record.
about your ability to be an attorney.
Let me review the record.
I resent those comments, Your Honor.
That is stricken, and that is I'm not gonna have that back and forth in my courtroom. In the line of questioning with regards to the text message reading, they came down in a full car asking for me by name. I do have it in my notes that Ms. Jurgensen did answer members of Chain Gang. Defense counsel, do you have any rebuttal to this motion to treat the witness as hostile at this point?
I believe if you check the record, she then went on to say someone was relaying to her that members were asking, and it's not like she actually spoke to them. She is now saying that the people were masked up. She's not denying or switching away from her argument. She's rather just answering it in a different way.
She's still saying before that it was members of Chain Gang, and then now she's saying that she doesn't know they were masked up, and then she's alleging she spoke to them or she didn't speak to them. Again, Your Honor, it's
last rebuttal, I believe that she's claiming that she wasn't aware personally if they were members of Chain Gang. She was only told, which is what she claimed in her previous statements.
Which she should have answered as such then, but she didn't. She's changing her answer.
I thought I said there was people. I was told there were people coming to the shop asking for me, and that they were part Chain Gang.
I'm going to review one more moment and I'll roll on this motion. All right, Detective and Counselor Thoreau. I am going to tell you the same as I have told Counselors Pohl and Shapiro. Any marked inconsistencies in her testimony will be considered as such by all three of us when we deliberate over this matter. I do believe, again, she is attempting to answer the questions to the best of her ability. I am not going to allow the witness to be treated as hostile at this time.
Understood, Your Honor. Can I just have a very quick, like, in a minute recess with my co-counsel?
You may. I'll unlock the door.
I finally got it.
Oh yeah, let me ask.
Yeah, I don't think we can talk in here.
Do you mind if we step out into the courtroom?
The door is unlocked. The door should be unlocked.
Do you have any non-alcoholic beverages I could help myself to?
God, I wish I need something to drink myself.
Okay.
And listen,
Oh.
I know this is a very stressful, and you are doing your best. Just please try to resume and just answer the questions as to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Is all I will say.
Mm-hmm. Is it okay if I just have a seat while they do their thing?
You're fine. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna get something to drink. We're so funny.
Hey, we're done.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna close my chat.
Yeah. Are we ready to resume?
We are, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's continue.
All right. Where did I leave off? Okay. I'm not gonna have you read these, but row 206 and 207. Tommy wants me at the shop and feels like I'm about to walk into death, honestly. Why were you afraid to go back to the tuner shop?
Because I had just resigned. After several arguments with management.
What kind of arguments?
I'm going to object to relevance at this point.
I can rebut.
You may.
Okay. Tuner shop gets blown up. She names Mr. K, and then a few days later is ups and quits due to arguments with management. I feel like that is highly relevant, especially when it comes to witness tampering.
Counselor Shapiro or Pohl?
I believe that anything to do with the tuner shop, and her resignation doesn't really have anything to do with the trial and the conversations at hand.
If I can add on to that.
You may.
There are several members of Chain Gang, Taco Prince, Rami Al Rahman, Garrett Jobless, Randy Bullet, who all work at the tuner shop. So not only do we have a member of their gang being named in for murder and was seen talking to the police, but now a few days later she ups and quits while members of Chain Gang have been visiting the shop and who also work there. I feel like it is highly relevant to this matter.
I am interested in where this line of questioning is going to go. If it veers too far into anything that I would consider irrelevant, I will make it known at that time. For now, counselors, I will be overruling on your objection for relevance, but it will be weighed and considered if needed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Am I good to answer?
You may continue.
Okay. So I moved here from Norway not too long ago, and as such, I was only accustomed to, the average Norwegian work culture, which is if you work smart and hard, that's good. That's like, if you can find new ways to do things more efficiently, that's good. That's a positive thing. Something I brought with me when I started working at the tuner shop. Together with who ended up becoming my girlfriend, Clivey. But as I moved up through the ranks and eventually got lead supervisor, the sparks between how I was doing things and management just started flying. I had my own ways, which wasn't, I guess, according to how they wanted everything done. I got reprimanded several times for trying to, for example, try to bring a colleague of mine with me when we were doing interviews for the tuner shop. I got reprimanded for encouraging marketing to help out with the shop when there was no mechanics around, because per them, marketing isn't supposed to touch anything related to cars. And there was a bunch of things that I brought up with the management during my employment there at the tuner shop, and nothing was ever taken care of. Nothing was ever given a shit about. And all of this like culminated in me arguing with one of my managers, and I got so frustrated to the point where I jokingly asked for HR, and at that point we were standing like a big group of people talking to each other, and he just started, because obviously he's in a higher position than me, so he just started, quote unquote, like using his power and turning the employees on me. And at that point I was like, well, this place just really isn't for me anymore. And I resigned that night, and then I was called down to get fired, basically.
Okay. I guess just for my records, when was your official last day at the tuner shop?
I don't even remember.
You brought up your girlfriend. Did she quit with you?
I believe she quit like a couple days later.
Okay.
I don't recall exactly.
All right. Thoreau, do you want to go into your questions?
Yeah. Did you speak with Officer Black 2 days after the explosion at the Tudor Shop, December 8th, at around midnight Eastern time?
I believe 2 days after. I believe so.
Okay. I'd like to refer to the people's you the call records, row 79.
Do I have this or?
I have made it available for you, Mr. Hanson.
Yes, I see.
Okay. Now, looking at row 79, do you remember what you spoke to Officer Black about on the phone from that call?
I believe so. Yeah, it was. I was scared, and I told Demi Black as much. I told her that I had been contacted by, or attempted to contacted by Rami, I believe.
Okay. And would you could you just confirm that you in fact called Officer Black and not the other way around, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Can I maybe make a general objection? Unless I'm reading this really wrong, I think the Demi name is in the from name. This is 79 that we're discussing, right?
And then 79.
Apologies. Disregard that.
UTC is horrible and I hate it.
You're on.
Yeah, I would just like to refer on the record, just to clarify it. It is row 70 shows Miss Jorgensen calling Officer Black, and then row 79 is Officer Black calling her back. Just wanted to get that clarification up. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Understood. Thoreau, you may continue.
Yep. One. All right. So I'm going to refer back to now the People's A, one of the first ones we had you look at, report 29988.
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the very, very bottom of page 4, where it's labeled Officer Black continues statement.
Yeah.
Could you read that statement for me, please?
Officer Black, that one, right? Continued statement.
Yes.
Officer Black.
Before this occurs, I would like to make it known for the public record on the continued police report. This date is altered. I would just like to make that clear.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, your statement right here, on the December 7th one. In the next report, I believe it gets altered to on December 8th.
Yeah, that's because I was looking at UTC and I tried to make it go into EST, but I couldn't.
Oh yeah,
sometimes
I'm not trying to question it. I'm
yeah,
just
no.
trying
Oh, okay, gotcha.
to for the record.
We'll note it.
that
We'll
was
note
the
it.
8th.
We'll note it for clarity's sake.
So
Yeah.
I commented on this before, and it's a good thing to bring up. The initial Tuner Shop report, like it got so long I couldn't save it. It just wouldn't save in the MDW. So then I had to make the other one, and then I tried to fix a time zone thing, and I couldn't do it. So
Further,
discrepancy.
Counselor Pohl, just so you are aware, we do have the phone records on hand,
Yeah.
and they're original and unaltered state, so we can refer to those.
Yeah. Yep. and I
Understood.
have all that.
Apologies.
Yes. If you Miss Jorgensen, if you can read the statement that starts after the first sentence, so starting with the second sentence.
Anna sounded panicked and relayed that Rami El Rahman called her asking if this was Anna, and she hung up. Anna then stated that Chang Gang has been coming into the tuner shop and asking for her. She stated that a truck came down there asking for Anna. She would not say which employee that Chang Gang spoke to, and that she was terrified.
Okay, and can you confirm is the statement in there, is this true? Did this call take place as it is written there?
Yeah. As far as I can remember, yeah.
Okay. And just to confirm again that prior to this call, Rami Al Rahman had called you and asked if this was Anna.
Yeah.
Okay. After this, in the course of this call or after this call, did you request a meeting between yourself, Officer Black, and Captain Bundy?
I don't remember if I requested it, but I think we were trying to establish a meeting. I don't remember like who requested what or whatever. But we were trying to establish some sort of meeting, yes. I don't
Okay.
remember Bundy as a name at all in that though.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Now, referring to the People's B report 30142. Let me know when you have that up.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was it? I'm sorry.
The People's B 30142.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at this point, prosecution would like to point out two things in here briefly. We're going to talk about in these questions. There are two items in the evidence of this report. One is labeled Anna Jorgensen phone history, and the other one is labeled shared document listed in the evidence section.
Understood.
Okay.
What was the second piece of evidence you were pointing at, bro?
One of them is labeled Anna Jorgensen phone history. The other one is labeled shared document.
Shared document.
It's in the evidence section at the end of the report.
Yeah, I don't see that.
It's immediately below Anna YP ad and above Rami L. Rahman tweet.
I emailed it to you, Shapiro.
Okay.
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 All good? All right, so Miss Jorgensen told Officer Black as G&E buyer in your contact list. Can you tell me the phone number listed between G&E buyer on your...
Do you want me to read out the number?
No, rather, who was the person who placed that call from that number?
That was as far as I know, Rami.
Okay. Bear with me one moment. I'm having some issues with my paperwork.
While he's doing that, did you ever find out why he was trying to contact you?
No, I never did.
Okay. Prosecution would like to note, just for the records, that phone number 415-150-1600 is indeed registered to Rami Al Rahman.
Such is noted.
So after these phone calls, did Griffin Hughes text you later that day?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'd like you again to refer to the People's V, your text records.
Yeah. Give me a second. Yes. Yeah. I think I'm on the right one.
Okay. Can you just look at row 118 and confirm that you did receive that text message from Griffin Hughes?
Yes. I did.
Okay. So after that night, when was the next time you spoke with Officer Black?
After that night, I don't remember either.
Okay. Again, so prosecution would like to refer to the People's U, the phone records in row 96. Which shows a call from Officer Black to this witness taking place the following day.
So noted. You may continue.
Do you recall this conversation with Officer Black?
Which row was it? Sorry, I'm having trouble keeping up.
It'd be row 96 in the People's U, the call log.
Right. Yes. No, I don't.
Okay. So you don't recall speaking with Officer Black the next day on the night?
I recall talking to her, but not what about.
Did you at any point refuse to speak with her during that call again about this case?
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
Your rebuttal, counselor.
Your Honor, I'm just trying to establish that there was a certain point where the defendant suddenly began, who was being very cooperative with police, began to not to cooperate with the police.
My objection stands, Your Honor.
I'm going to sustain that. Find a way to reword the question.
Okay.
Before he does that, you guys can't hear my alerts going off, can you?
No,
Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have caught one, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I think that
Okay.
was for Rose.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't. I can mute it if it's. I just didn't know if
You're
you guys
good.
could hear them constantly. All right. Sorry. Never mind.
All right. We'll move on to another track. I'd like to refer everybody to two separate documents. And if one of you could link this for me. The People's K, Douglas James text records.
I can do it. 1 second.
And then once again, we're going back to the People's V, Anna's text records. Okay. Does everybody have that?
We should be good to proceed. Defense counsel, do you have the evidence in question?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
Counselor Thoreau, please proceed.
Yep. So if looking at, or we'd like to point out from the People's K, row 31, text message that lists 2 pigeons in the coop, which was sent by Douglas James to Mr. Keebun on December 9th at 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay.
Now, Miss Jorgensen, was Douglas James present when you spoke with Officer Black initially at the tuner shop?
Yes, he was. As far as I remember, yeah.
Okay. Now, referring to your own text records in the People's V, you then texted Tally Marks, which is going to be row number 179, 22 minutes later, saying, "There's nothing to do but wait now. This same thing happened to me, and I was just completely honest." What were you referring to by the same thing happened to me?
I don't recall.
Did you at any point cease cooperating with the police and answering any questions from the police in regards to the case regarding the explosion in the tuner shop?
Yeah, I did.
So, what was the reason why you changed your mind after a few days of cooperating fully to then refusing to speak with the police?
It was more so trying to take my daily life back, because I was just living a paranoid life, driving about, being able to do what I enjoy, which is working on cars. I just had enough of looking over my shoulder and being worried all the time. I just decided, all right, having lied to the police, to Demi, having said what I said, I'm gonna go back to my normal life, cut all communication, and then whatever happens, happens. All that paranoia brought to life from a lie. I thought I could make my own kind of justice, I guess. I was just done with it. It's not once in my life have I ever been in a situation like that, and I hated myself for bringing it upon me.
Now, you said that you were paranoid and living in fear. Was there anything specific that you were afraid of?
Specifically? What do you mean?
Yes. Are there any specific instances, occurrences, things you observed, conversation, anything like that that would specifically cause you to be afraid or to be worried for your life?
I mean, I feel like it's a complex situation, right? I had just given my statement to Demi in front of people who I know are at least, you know, on good terms with uh Mr. K, or at least some of his friends. Um the the overall atmosphere at the shop, as soon as I had done that, it completely changed. And I could just tell my gut was telling me I had royally fucked up. And I'm pretty sure I just headed out of the shop that same day. So
Was being called by Mr. Al Rahman a reason that, or an instance that caused you to be afraid or paranoid?
I mean, I know Rami is friends with them, so I was I was thinking the worst at that point, yeah.
Besides Rami Al Rahman and the car full of members of Chain Gang were looking for you, did you have any other?
Could you repeat that?
So you had mentioned this call with Rami, and you had also mentioned that somebody had told you that a car with some Chain Gang members in it was looking for you or asking for you at the shop. Were there any other instances of members of Chain Gang reaching out to you or trying to look for you or search for you?
No. There was some calls with God, what is his full legal name? Von Cutlass. But that was quite literally genie sales.
Okay. Referring to your text messages that you'd sent where you had been called down to the tuner shop and that you felt like you were walking into your death, did you believe that that your life was in danger by going to the tuner shop for that meeting?
No, I mean, Tommy Cruiser is a very intimidating person. I didn't as much fear for my life more than it was fearing Tommy. He has a temper, I guess, can be very hot-headed. I was just not looking forward to that conversation at all.
This Tommy would hurt you or harm you physically?
No, I don't believe so, but
I'd like to object to relevance here. Tommy's not even listed as a defendant, and she already stated that. Well, yeah, I think that's it.
I would just like to rebut that there is relevance given that Tommy's an employee of the tuner shop. It's been established that there are members of Chain Gang who are also employed in the tuner shop, and also that a lot of the people who either are employed by or go to the tuner shop are friends with or at least on good terms with the Chain Gang.
I'll allow the line of questioning to see where this goes, but let's try and get to the point, Thoreau.
Yep.
Thank you.
Can he restate it for clarity's sake?
I believe I asked, were you afraid that if Tommy was going to hurt you physically, and she responded no, she did not believe that, if I recall.
Yeah, I never thought he would hurt me physically, more so verbally, I guess.
Okay. Was Tommy upset at you for having told the police that you believed it was Mr. K who had done the bombing at the tuner shop?
I don't recall. As far as I remember, the conversation revolved mainly around me not respecting chain of command, sticking to my role, stuff along those lines.
Okay. At this point, I don't have any further.
I have a few more questions, if that's okay. Okay. So, do you remember how many times we spoke on the phone between December 6th until today?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you remember speaking to me on the phone at least 3 times?
I think it was at least 3 times, yeah.
Okay. How many times during those conversations did I offer you protection?
I'd like
2.
to object here. This is kind of the first time that I feel this has come up, and this is kind of why I posted the motion to recuse. I feel like she's testifying and or leading.
I can rephrase.
Thank you.
Please do.
Did I offer you protection during any of those conversations?
You did.
How many times?
I want to say 2, but I'm unsure.
Why did you wait until your deposition today to say that you lied about Mr. K?
Figured under oath would be as good as time as any.
You said that members of Chain Gang had been at the shop and calling you, and that you gave a statement to me in front of those members who are friends with Mr. K. Are you afraid that they told Mr. K what you said?
That was one of my worries, yeah.
Okay. Is that why you quit the tuner shop?
No.
Have they been threatening you since?
Who's threatened me?
Members of Chain Gang.
I'd like to
They
object
haven't.
vagueness.
They haven't threatened me.
Okay, she's already answered.
Hold on, there's an objection on the floor. Counselor, can you give me a little bit more on that?
Yeah, I feel like that question is very vague, and she could elaborate more to kind of narrow down a time frame or a specific window that she's asking about.
I mean, she already answered it, so clearly it's not that bad.
She has already answered the question, and also was established through the line of questioning that after she was fired, was she receiving threats? The objection is overruled.
Okay. When we last spoke on the phone, you said that everything was fine and that you're no longer being threatened. Did you tell members of Chain Gang what you said?
Where's the statement?
It's literally in evidence.
Yeah, where?
It's the extended statement. Hold on, let me find the report number.
30124. Or no, it's in People's A. It's the first one. I don't know. I have a lot of reports on my table. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking.
Nah, you're fine. Let me find it. I have a bunch of Amazon tabs open. throw. Are you able to find? It's an additional statement, but I can't find it.
Which statement are you looking for, Demi?
It was the next time I called her, and then everything was fine. Hold on. Thought it was in one of these.
Yeah, I found it. It's in the People's E.
If you're looking for it also in one that isn't the giant like summary report, 32819 also has it to some extent.
People's AA. Yep. That one doesn't have a statement though.
Understood.
And she's gone.
More witness.
Oh shit.
That's fine. I can find it in my own thing.
Hello?
It's no big deal.
I'm gonna.
'Cause I thought it was in. It's in
obviously
here
call a brief
somewhere.
recess.
But I'm
Do
not
either of you have any food? Or
I
water?
don't.
Yeah.
I'm very busy. I have to call you
I
back.
am going to
apologize,
pass
sir.
out if I don't eat or drink.
Wait, what's happening?
There's a food and drink for you.
Thank
We
you.
able to treat this like a recess and discuss, Your Honor, or no?
You may.
Aren't we also supposed 40 minutes late to another deposition right
Yeah,
now
we
too?
are.
God damn.
Yes.
Uh-huh. I see. Why could I hear them all that time? What the fuck? The voice server is separate. I know, but usually when you disconnect like that, everything. I guess no, you're right, actually. Never mind. Never mind me. The server is dying.
Oh,
Ah!
hey, she's here.
Boo.
Never mind.
She is present. I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes.
You only had a few questions left, anyways, right, Demi?
Just need a recess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for getting us.
Not an issue. Let's resume. Counselor Thoreau for
Nah.
the
It's
court's
in the
convenience. Can you please
statements, but.
Yeah.
restate which document you are referring to?
Oh God, I don't want to write that down. I think it's just like a general thing that I noted down, but wasn't like an official statement.
It's real easy. I could tell.
Oh, there you go.
So People's E. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I will preface a lot of stuff that wasn't like an official statement. I just threw in the master document so I could have like a time on it. Just because it was so much easier than having to make separate reports.
All
for
right.
everything.
So yeah, so it's page 4, and it's about right in the just above the middle of the page. It's emboldened. It's labeled dated 12/9/2021 at 10:05 p.m. EST. It states Anna Jorgensen tells Officer Black everything is fine, and she will no longer cooperate with PD.
Does everybody have that available?
I do see it.
I don't.
Okay.
Which
Yeah, or if you just Control F for the word "fine," you'll find it.
I'm not sure I even have the
I
the
don't
right
want to give that
documents.
to her if I'm being honest. If that's okay. It's
Oh.
basically
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
yeah.
That's
sorry.
fine.
So the
That's fine.
report,
Just
the
for
reports, the
reference.
report states that you called her and said that.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I guess the question is, do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So what happened in this is just going to be an estimate here. The 24-hour time window where you were telling me you were afraid for your life. What happened between then and when you told me everything was fine? What happened in that window of time?
Honestly, not that much. I kept hiding, as far as I remember, for a lot of it. Uh, all the way up in Toledo, in the county, just not even heading down to the city. And as I had touched on earlier, I just got so tired of that paranoid life looking over my shoulder. I decided that I'm just gonna stop this shit. I'm gonna try and get back to my daily life, and whatever happens, happens.
Did you tell them what you told police?
So,
Objection, confusing. Or vague. I'm sorry, vague.
I feel like in the context of this entire deposition, it's fairly obvious what I'm saying.
Can we just expand on them?
That's
For
what
clarity.
Chain
Can we-
gang.
I'm going to agree with the objection. Please.
Chain gang,
specify.
the only group that I've been talking about this whole time.
Understood.
I didn't. No.
Okay. I don't have any other questions unless you do, Thoreau. Actually, I do have one more question. Why are you so scared of, or why were you so scared of chain gang?
The reputation, I suppose. While I've had no specific personal dealings with them, other than Juan Carlos Sanjini Sales. He was also TUNER Shop employee, so he was down there that often. Other than that, it's like my only personal experience. I've heard a lot stories from friends of mine, people around town. I just figured what I had just done potentially bring the anger of them upon me, or whatever was.
So you heard all these stories about them, and you're so scared of them that you named their lead member as a murderer. I'm just trying to understand this properly. Is that what happened here?
In thinking I had somehow a chance at what I thought was justice, then I did.
Are you still scared of them? Chain gang.
I respect them, but I wouldn't say I walk around scared, no.
Are you scared your testimony will get back to them?
This testimony here today?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I got one last one.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of any of the other witnesses of the bombing being contacted by or threatened by members of Chain Gang?
No.
What about your girlfriend?
No.
I'm going to ask this. Are you altering your testimony here today from what you originally told officers because you are afraid of repercussions from Chain Gang?
No.
Okay. Hi, Judge Mooney. That's all I
Howdy.
have.
Yep. That's all we got, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense counsel.
Could we have a moment to discuss some things?
You may.
We can both leave that way. It's not
Is the door unlocked?
us.
It is not.
Make me lock this in here. Thanks for getting the door.
They still don't know how to say the name.
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
For your safety, Ms. Dickinson,
Mhm.
at the conclusion of this this deposition,
Mhm.
we'll be escorting you out the side door, as there will be an ongoing court case in the room adjacent. We don't need to parade you in front of a bunch of people.
Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you. What's the court case? Is it... Oh, you're over there now. What's the court case?
There is a court case ongoing for drug trafficking for a Wayne Biggs and a Eugene Zuckerberg.
Oh. I see.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be escorting you out the side door.
Okay. I have my my vehicle parked on the eastern side of the valley, so
That's you'll be out right there.
yeah, okay. I appreciate your patience. This is my first ever experience with any sort of American law, so I might be a bit slow.
Well, all you can do is provide your own testimony, right? That's
Mhm.
that's all you can do.
Yeah.
So you're aware they will be allowed to ask you questions and cross-examination, the two gentlemen here. And then at the conclusion of that, the detective and Counselor Thoreau will be allowed to redirect one last time.
Okay. Right.
So I'm gonna step out and see.
Yeah.
See if we can get
Of course.
rolling.
Oh, with the one we're doing right now. Oh.
No, I have to sleep early. I've almost been in here for 2 hours. I wish I had more time to prepare, cause you know, this weekend has been so cooked for me. My sleep's been all kinds of fucked. I'm like mumbling, like messing up my words. I'm fucking tired. I just wish there was this had better timing, but it is what it is. Like almost right up until the stream, she was not wanting to go to sleep. The little human that I'm responsible for. So I was like, oh my god, FW. My mind is not in this situation at all.
Am I allowed to let people into the courtroom? You're just doing the one? Okay. Alright, cool. Do you mind if I unlock the courtroom if you're going to be using the chambers? Because people want to start getting in. Alright.
To be honest, wait, is this room like soundproof?
We'll need to make sure that Anna can exit through the downstairs though.
The thing is, we all have to be whispering, or else everyone can hear us in the courtroom.
I was gonna say we
Real
can go
close to each other
downstairs.
here.
I have been yelling for a long time.
Well, nobody has been in
You're
the room.
fine
Yeah,
now.
the
Yeah.
courtroom
Doors have been locked. We're just all gonna have to be real close and whispering at this point.
People can hear outside though, too. It's just the thing.
Do you want to go downstairs?
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's relocate. I'll grab the recording equipment. We'll go downstairs.
You gotta be far enough away. Hey.
Isn't that easy? Wait. 5 minutes, right?
I do that in heels, and you guys just fall. Come on.
Well,
done it
you.
There was a mid-air
I ran
collision.
into
There
you.
was a mid-air
Yeah, I
collision.
landed on Norman.
I do that all the time. I love doing it.
We should be good down here now, right? With in terms
Yeah.
of listeners.
Let me make sure this side door is locked, because people don't lock this shit.
Judge it. You know, depositions with a little bit of coke on the table. You know.
All right, yeah.
That's the Los Santos way.
This is rough in here.
All right. As we've discussed, I mentioned this to the witness as well before we continue. At the conclusion, as there is a court case happening and we don't want to parade her in front of a bunch of people, we will be escorting her out the side door here.
Yep. That's fine.
I'll make
good.
sure it's clear first too. 'Cause,
Yes,
Yes,
uh,
I would ask
100%.
you step out and make it.
yeah, absolutely.
And please check the roof.
I'm not checking the damn. You know how hard it is to get up there. Nobody's gonna be up there. The gates
I
are locked.
sleep up
half
there.
the
Wait
time.
a minute.
There's literally 2 ladders on the back.
It's
Yeah,
just
they're
a
locked,
ladder.
It's always
though.
locked though.
No, they're not. I get up there all the time
Wait, what?
when I'm trying to get away from people.
Oh.
People should be locking those. I lock those.
Either
I'll
way.
check.
Either way, yeah.
Counselors, cross-examination.
So I would like to start off with a request for all statements and questions made about the conversations with her girlfriend to be stricken from the record, as it is seemed not relevant and was not made relevant through the further questionings by the prosecution.
As a rebuttal, Your Honor, her girlfriend is one of the other sealed witnesses, and we believe that during the questioning of her that the questions asked in this deposition will be made very relevant.
Also, the fact that like both their statements were listed in the initial report, and the fact they could have objected to this previously, but we went into a whole line of questioning about the girlfriend, all this stuff. I feel like at this point it's kind of redundant,
that's a
especially
very
since
delayed
she's
objection.
also
So the only
a
reason
witness.
I delayed my objection primarily was to allow for the idea that it would open up an evidence, because I had made objections. I did make a formal objection to begin with relevance, and we said that we were going to see where this goes. So then
That
I
was in
allowed for
relation
that,
to
and I don't
Tally.
believe.
I see.
I believe so, but suffice to say, I was trying to see where this went, and at the conclusion of their actual conversations, I believe that we haven't found anything meaningful with them.
I feel like our main witness, who's like also being witness tampered, and then the girlfriend, who's also being witness tampered, with those
Those are-
charges being brought
yeah,
forth.
Those are
Allegedly.
accusations.
No, I'm saying those are the
Okay,
charges
all
that
right,
are being
enough
brought
back
forth.
and forth.
It's all right. No, you're good,
Counsel
Demi.
Shapiro, your objection is noted for the record.
Thank you.
And will be considered and weighed when we go into deliberation. I am not in the interest of striking it from the record until we can potentially
That
hear
more
from
than
the other
suffices, Your
individual.
Honor.
And we will we'll weigh it at that time.
Okay. Am I good to cross?
You may.
All right. I just have a few things I'd like to touch on. Miss Jorgensen, I believe it's pronounced. My main question is, prior to your first time communicating with Officer Demi Black when you gave your statement on the People's A, had you already known that Cece was dead?
Could you say that again?
Yeah. Do you need me to clarify, or was my voice crackly?
No, I was just referring to the People's A. Okay, I just need to hear it again. Sorry, hear the question again.
Prior to making your original statement to Officer Demi Black, had you known that Cece had passed away?
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to touch on to Tommy that you had mentioned.
Hmm.
Do you know if he is a member of Chain Gang?
No. I don't
Okay.
know.
Let me look at my notes. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, and you had mentioned that you had previously heard the defendant, Mr. Kevin's voice. Have you? How many times have you previously heard it? Have you spoken to him prior? Could you elaborate on that?
Mostly it was just in passing, as he sometimes was a customer at the tuner shop.
So to clarify, to your knowledge, had you ever had direct communication with Mr. Kevin?
Direct? No.
Okay. Unless co-counsel has anything he'd like to ask, I have nothing else to cross on.
I believe that I'm more than sufficient. No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Prosecution, any redirect for this witness?
I don't have anything.
No, Your Honor.
So noted. This testimony will be entered into the record for this case. Once again, anything that has been discussed here is not to leave this room, and it will be weighed for consideration at the time.
I'm
of
sorry, the
deliberation for
timing
this
on that
trial.
was really funny. I apologize.
Yeah, you guys are feeling
I
upbeat, huh?
didn't
You're just happy that this deposition's over, huh?
I really am. Sorry.
All
All
right.
right, Demi, if you may step out and ensure that
Yeah.
the witness will have safe passage to.
I'll go up
Thank
the
you.
stairs towards the courtroom, make sure nobody comes down.
Yeah. Throw and pull. I'm aware you guys have to get to your case.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'm gonna stick around because I think Briggs is next, right? I have I have co-counsel. Yeah, he's doing it. It's all we're doing is a sentencing hearing at this point. The guys are guilty as fuck, so Jason's able to
Always
do
good
it.
to hear from your defense attorney.
You got
Bro, they are red-handed caught, like as red as this guy's suit. So yeah, I mean, they're just going to both ask to speak on their behalf. Jason will speak on their behalf. Yeah, I mean, that's really it.
All right.
Okay, that's what we're having her do.
I'd like to have been there, obviously,
All right,
but the breaks takes precedent.
Anna, please.
Yeah,
Your
obviously.
Honor. I'm having her come out now.
Hold on one second.
I've Demi on the phone. It's clear.
Oh, okay. Listen, hey, Chang's in the or sorry, Mr. Chang's in Mr. K is in the courtroom right now. He was popping in saying hi, and he's leaving right now, so we need to hold on for a second.
Okay.
So let Demi know. Let Demi know to tell
telling
us
me
when
that he
he
is
leaves.
leaving at the moment, so we may want to wait.
I didn't see Mr. Lang in here at all.
You did not murder that woman, Bundy, and you should be saying allegedly, big man. That right?
Well, even if she did pass away. I mean, she definitely passed away. I mean, it was in the eyes of the law.
Innocent until proven
He's cleared the area. Okay.
All right.
So she is. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and get you out here now, ma'am, to get your vehicle. You should be safe at this point. All right, Demi. I am going to go ahead and give the next individual a phone call. All right. Thank you. Go. The individuals have all left. Demi is the officer is standing right there. You are clear to go.
I'm clear to go.
I'm sorry.
Alright. No, sorry. It's weird, hard to locate people
No, I
sometimes
understand.
with cities.
You are
Mm.
safe.
Okay.
To leave at this time.
Alright. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for
Okay.
your cooperation with this matter.
Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's happening? I'm so confused. I actually need all my items from the court. From. Shit. Did I even lose anything valuable? I think I can just leave it there. It was a broken radio. I don't think it's anything important. I can just buy all that stuff. To be honest. Anyway.
Hey there, what's shaking? Uh-huh. I know a super chill place on Haywick Ave. Oh, yeah, I know the guy there. I get the special treatment, you know. Well, I'm like crazy busy with all these meetings and venture capitalists these days. Fucking asshole. Tell you what, let me think about it and get back to you, all right? Later.
I'll be honest. I think it all started very poorly, but it probably got better as it went on. Yeah. But yep. Thank you, Benjo. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Do I go, guys? Do I go? Hey.
Hello, how you doing?
Doing okay.
Why the? Ah.
I was just in court for the whole TUNER Shop thing as a sealed witness.
Oh.
I'm not gonna bother you with all of it, but as far as my safety is concerned, I think I'll be okay. But I might end up spending some time in jail.
As long as Boba is not around, it will be a long time. Don't worry about it.
I don't know who this Bovice person is. Everyone keeps talking about him.
You don't want to meet him, trust me.
Right. Got it.
I mean, you've seen me, right? You'd say that I'm, pretty, I guess, big, right?
Yeah.
He's like 2 heads bigger than me.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this size. It's like a mutation almost. Like, how do people get that big?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, he's quite the big guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'm calling you to tell you that from now on, you might see Mayumi as samurai posting races saying 1v1 yokai versus priest.
Wait, tell me more.
She's just doing it to get in contact with me. Do you remember that I told you that she probably would recognize me from before and blah 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 blah?
Mm-hmm.
She's just doing it to get in contact with me. However, if I'm not around, feel free to take it as a challenge and, do your thing.
So did you tell her the only way to get in contact with me is doing that? Is that what you said?
With me, yeah, with souls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like me, yeah. She might also start asking some questions, but just don't tell her anything.
Yeah.
So, if you can also spread the word, so I guess tell Cora and the others that they might see that on the Rising Up.
Also, I think Jesse and Cora might have gotten a hold of the Murcielago, so Cora might actually have an S-Class now.
The Murcielago? Oh, nice. She has the Lambo.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So we all have S-Class cars now. That's a good start.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is happening. So you see
good.
that posted. Yeah. I just kind of told her to contact me like that, so at least this whole cruise sheet starts going somewhere.
Yeah. That's good. Very good.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, just tell Cora, and I guess if you see Campos before I do, tell him to. That if they see that, take it as a challenge from her or whatever.
So why were you guys talking to begin with? Like, what led to this conversation? Were you guys at a race or something?
No, I was talking to her.
Okay. About something unrelated, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna pry.
Yeah, so just tell, Cora and Gumbos that if they set that up, it's to take it as a challenge. Don't tell them that, Mayumi is doing it as a way to get in contact with me. Just tell them that,
yeah, a challenge.
Doing it as a challenge. Yeah,
okay.
kind of thing.
I will do. That's cool. I'm glad you were able to spin it that way, because I think that's something that's gonna be very good. Because so the whole Midnight Rivals League that I was telling you about with Marlo and all that, to be able to rank up in those, you also have to do 1v1. So to be able to once you've reached the required rating, you need to beat someone from the or from the rank above you to actually promote, and that's also like a 1v1.
Oh, yeah, I haven't. I never see that. Like, I saw that there was a couple like today, but like, I'm never fucking around the weekends. So.
Yeah, no, they've not been that frequent, but yeah. Hopefully there'll be more of them, and I don't know, the city's been so awful lately that I haven't even tried to do them during, you know, degen hours, but I mean, I'm hoping that at some point it'll be better. I mean, fuck, tomorrow is the Streetborn Survivor tournament, Marlowe's tournament. It starts tomorrow, so if it's still like this, I don't know, it's gonna be, ugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably a little fucky.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I did my sealed testimony. There was a few references to my text with you in there, but there was nothing I had to, you know, I didn't have to lie about any of it. It was just pretty innocent stuff.
Yeah, hopefully you'll be fine. I mean, if you're a sealed witness or whatever, no one should know about it anyway.
I mean, they will, but the thing is, God, how do I even explain this? Just know
Did
that.
you say anything that will fuck them up badly?
No. So this is what happened. Okay, as I was being, as I was being summoned to the court, not as but like in the days prior, I called a guy who I had talked to prior. There's a lawyer named Loophole. I don't know if you're
No
familiar with him. Okay, anyway, it was just random chance that I called him because at that point I just wanted some counsel as to what to do regarding the whole situation. And the thing is, he just so happened to be Mr. K's lawyer for a variety of things. So
he
obviously
knows that you were there.
Yeah. So I don't remember. I think this was like a couple of days ago. I talked to him and I gave him a lot of information, including my subpoenas and stuff, because they even had police reports in them, stuff like that. Basically, I'm just, by pure chance, I managed to call the lawyer who is also their lawyer, and we've been like trying to cooperate ever since behind the scenes. Obviously, no one can know because then, well, he's no longer a lawyer, and I'm going to mega jail. But I think as it stands right now, it's, I mean, for me, it might end up with jail for a while, but I mean, that's way better. As long as prosecution is unable to get any of the charges to stick, then I should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't say anything that would incriminate them or like fuck them over, hopefully, this guy can relay that information properly to CG.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they already know that I'm working with Lou, because obviously they got the subpoenas and stuff, so, which they never, should have under law, but things are the way they are right now, I guess, and we're just trying to make the best out of it.
Yeah, it's been like that lately.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're doing okay with that at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess time will tell. Still, she at some point they tried to make me a hostile witness. I don't know what that even means, but the judge didn't. The judge never let them do that. I don't like. I'm bad with American court.
Have you ever seen in court when they ask the judge if they can treat the witness as hostile?
No, I never. What does it mean?
Basically, they can get aggressive with the witness, because usually, you know, when they get aggressive or whatever when asking questions and whatnot, the lawyer can, you know, throw an objection about it, and the judge will rule in their favor most of the time because the person is being aggressive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, they tried, but the judge said there was no grounds for it, so... I think, all in all, I'm carefully optimistic right now. It depends on a lot of other stuff, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They have a very big defense team. There's like a bunch of people from that were former judges, and I think Labar was a name, and then there was, I don't remember all the names, I'll be honest, but there was like a lot of names on the defense team, a lot of smart people. I mean, Lou told me that even if I just told everything literally exactly as it was, it probably still, with the evidence they had, probably still wouldn't be enough.
Yeah. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Right.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know, I'm just... When you say it like that, I gotta say it like that, you know? It's, like... If you don't have humor in the darkest hour, then what else is there to comfort yourself with?
Yeah, makes sense.
I'll be honest, I've spent so much time worrying about my health, my safety. It's almost gotten to the point where I'm numb to the feelings. I'm like just kind of laughing right now. But I don't know, I'm a late reactor, so I probably won't... I don't know. I'll probably have an emotional breakdown at some point, but I think cautious optimism for everything. What's happening on Twitter? Oh my god, you're like fucking twatting jokes when I'm like pouring my heart out.
What?
Oh, whatever. Okay, listen, I should have been in bed 1.5 hours ago, but the scheduling didn't work out, and I had to make room time for them. Okay, so really I should get to bed right now.
I mean, I shouldn't be awake either, but I had to talk to Mayumi, so here I am.
Oh, okay. Well, what if we both just went to bed?
Excuse me, don't you have a girlfriend?
I didn't say the same bed. It was separate. You know, you're weird sometimes. I feel like I want to hang up.
What do you mean I'm weird? What?
No, nothing.
Huh?
Nothing. Ow.
Okay.
Listen, do you want me to start talking about handcuffs again, or do you want this conversation to move on?
Wait, what about handcuffs?
Oh, I thought you didn't want to hear about the handcuffs. You want to hear about them now?
What handcuffs?
The ones I used on Calliope in our bedroom.
I don't know. Do you want to tell me about your intimacy with her in bed?
Sure. I don't mind.
You don't mind?
No?
What's that weird now?
I feel like we should move on before this, like, derails.
What? Move on. You are literally the one that brought it up. What?
What's your favorite food?
Tuna salad.
Why?
I don't know. I kind of just like it with a lot of lemon.
Why
or
lemon?
spaghetti. I also like spaghetti. Or seafood.
Yeah, seafood's nice, actually. I agree.
Or Mexican food because I like spicy food.
What about spicy fish? You ever tried spicy fish?
No, never.
Me neither. Maybe it'll be good, though.
Is that even a thing? Spicy fish?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. I made salmon with sriracha one time. It was nice.
Ooh.
It's not really that spicy, but it's still spicy.
Okay. That's a very good summary. Not really that spicy, but spicy. Good.
Yum.
You know, I can reach the app to unlock the apartment because I'm on the phone with you. I'm like stuck out here.
Yeah, I'm stuck outside my house though.
You in Mirror Park? Or then wait, you're all the way up there? Right.
Yeah, I have a house in Stop City. When you have time, you should pass by. You won't be able to go inside, but you will be able to see my neighborhood.
Yeah, you showed me. Did you forget?
Did I show you?
Yeah, you did. You were talking about hunting, remember?
Yeah, but it's different today.
Wait, it's different today?
Yeah, like I said, you should go and take a look.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I shouldn't right now, though. I actually should go to bed.
Yum.
Alright.
Okay. Night, Anna.
Good night. And good work with the Prism stuff. I'm looking forward to that. I really do.
Yum.
Sorry, I'm dying.
Yeah,
Okay.
no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you
bye.
later. Take care. Bye. Oh my god, the lag. He just said there's no problem. Oh. Oh no, never mind. It's not mine. Can you still read broken books? Wow, you can't read the broken books. Damn, bruh. Okay. I wanna I wanna thank everyone who made it possible for Anna to even get in the position she is, because it's like she would never have experienced, or I would never have experienced that kind of roleplay if all of this didn't happen. And I guess it's not over yet, but I mean, it's mostly over. It's like out of our hands, I guess. So we've done our part, and now it's just whatever happens, happens. Anna is tired. And so am I. Right. I'm gonna host Jason Plays Games, which was the judge for the testimony. Sure works. Alright. I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow for Streetborn Survivor Tournament. Can't wait to get fucked on the first race somehow. Alright, bye bye.